Hi, I'm Tobias Turley.
And I'm Henry Calvert.
And welcome to Season 2 of The Scene Stealers.
For all things movies,
Theatre,
TV,
be it reviews,
news,
and interviews.
we've got you covered.
So, come with us for Season 2 of The Scene Stealers.
For your weekly dose of pop culture goodness.
Hello, and welcome back to Scene Stealers.
I'm Henry Calvert.
And I am Tobias Turley.
And that's right, welcome back to Scene Stealers. It's been a little while because we've both been abroad.
We've been everywhere.
We've been living it up in Asia.
Yeah,
We were living it up
Scene
in
Stealers
Bangkok.
took over Asia.
Yeah, you were in Bangkok. I was in Tokyo for Star Wars Celebration. And yeah, we had to take a couple of weeks off, but we're back, and that's the main thing.
And hopefully now, we're going to be... There's a party going on outside. We're going to be a lot more consistent because you are now living here. We don't have too much planned.
Exactly.
Taking us away.
Well, this is the thing. I now live here. This is my flat. You are getting an exclusive preview, because I haven't shown this online yet, of my new flat. As you can see, the most important thing is a big Lego Disney castle and a Mjolnir. So yeah, we're trying out filming here. We'll try filming at Toby's, see what works. But yeah, sorry for any excess noise, but we want it to feel like you're just having a chat with us in our living room.
Yeah, we I think we said this before, but we like the studio, but there was too many variables with that. I like this because it is much more of a conversation, and you know, we can do it from the comfort of our own home.
Exactly, and it adds to some homely. Just a homely atmosphere, which we quite like. I'm wearing shorts, and I apologise if they ride up. They're not shorts by any means, but they might ride up. But yes, today we'll be talking about the biggest release so far, maybe of the year. Well, no,
Sinners
maybe, but I'd say the most anticipated release of the year so far. Let's say that. That's, of course, Marvel Studios'
Thunderbolts.
Right.
We've both seen it. Henry was at the
multimedia screening or something.
I was gonna be there, but of course I had a photo shoot, which was at 7:00 in the evening, which is very odd. But that's all out now. But we're gonna discuss that next week.
Yeah.
So annoyingly I couldn't make it, so I took myself on a solo cinema trip.
Nice.
To see it.
A solo screening, one might say.
I would say.
I absolutely would say a solo screening.
But yeah, let's dive right in.
Yes. Right. Thunderbolts review. We can have a nice transition there. Ooh. Let's dive in. A visual. Anyway, maybe there was a visual whoop there. Thunderbolts, our review. Let's start off by saying how many stars we rated it out of 5. You go first. Or should we go...
Let's say it at the same time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 3.
3.5.
Okay, I just gave it 3.
That's pretty good.
That's fine. I think, in a word, this film is good.
I was going to say fun. It's by no means top 10 Marvel projects.
No. But
in comparison to the other stuff we've got in the last few years, it's good.
It's Citizen Kane, really. It really is. But the main question is, are we back? Are we back, Tobias? Is the Marvel Cinematic Universe back?
I think we're on a steady incline to being back.
What does that mean? I honestly hate the whole, oh my god, we're back. Because back means, like, we're back to how things were at the height of the MCU. You know, like, back in 2014, 15, when it was, like, consistent bangers and everything was building to something. The MCU was trying to build to Kang. Then we can't do that. Now Thunderbolts isn't building to anything. You're not building... It's a standalone thing. And I get a lot of the films are standalones, but there was always the Infinity kind of, build. But I don't feel like we're on
I think
a
Marvel
trajectory to Doomsday.
Definitely found themselves in a tough position with the indisposition of Jonathan Majors, because he's an arsehole.
I think he beat up his ex or something, didn't he?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Keep it PG.
Yeah.
So I think the projects after that, we're talking like Multiverse of Madness and the Marvels,
and Captain America and
Captain America, Thor 4.
Would you like a fig roll?
No.
Okay.
They really didn't know what was going on, and there's so many loose ends that we're probably never going to see again. Like even before that, like we're never going to see Kit Harington again. at the end of Eternals.
Hercules. I'll be shocked if we get the Blade movie.
Yeah, that's been in
Delayed,
the works for however long. But the Thunderbolts by itself is good. It does set up a little few things in the post-credit scene. We'll keep it non-spoilers for now, and we'll get into spoilers in a second. But it sets up this new team going forward, which aren't as enticing as the Avengers.
No, and to be completely honest with you, I don't think the team dynamic, you look at an ensemble movie like Guardians or Avengers 1, and they set up the dynamic perfectly. Every character in those teams is given a moment to shine.
Yeah.
In this, I didn't feel that way. This movie could be called Yelena.
Yeah.
And it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a Florence Pugh movie with a cameo from Bucky is the best way to describe it, because personally I don't care enough about the Ghost to see her make a return.
No, but the issue is with the film is that it kind of sets up these threads for the other characters. Like John Walker is actually quite an interesting character. The only interesting thing about Falcon and the Winter Soldier was that character, I think. And they set certain elements up in the film, like John Walker's relationship with his family, or like Ghost doesn't really get anything, but like John Walker's arc isn't fulfilled at all.
No.
Red Guardian has a bit of an arc, but he's mainly there for comic relief. Bucky has nothing to do in this. Like Bucky has had nothing to do since Civil War. He's he hasn't done anything. He's never had an arc.
No.
And it's
his arc ended like post Civil War. Or
I think
I tell you when it ended. It ended when did he go to Wakanda? Because
at the end of Civil War.
Was it the end of Civil War?
I think, or maybe at the end of Black Panther.
Because I watched Infinity War yesterday, because I left Thunderbolts hankering for a good superhero movie. So I rewatched Infinity War. And it's so good. Oh my god.
No, it's brilliant.
But yeah, obviously he's in Wakanda there, and then he reunites with the Avengers then, and then gets dusted.
But Bucky is a character. He hasn't had anything to contribute. Him himself, in himself, bloody hell, hasn't had much to do. And him as a character hasn't contributed anything. And he doesn't contribute anything in this either.
Which is rough and annoying, because his arc in the first few Captain America films was so good.
It's really good.
He's such a good character, and he's so cool. But yeah, now that he's a congressman, like, it just feels like
I can tell you right now,
he's being so passive.
He'll die in the next Avengers movie. He's 100% marked for death in the next Avengers movie.
Do you think?
They don't. Also, Sebastian Stan's like,
he's done with it.
He's done.
He's done with it. And he's off doing better projects now outside of the MCU.
You know, it's good to see. It's good to see that he's doing that.
Yeah.
But no, I think this movie falters for me in its character development outside of Yelena and Sentry.
Yeah.
The ensemble feel, and also the pacing. I think this film very much feels like two separate stories.
I was very surprised when it ended. I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah. Well, you spend half of the film in a cave with them.
Yeah.
And then they get out of the cave, and then all of a sudden they're a family. And then it's like the end climax. And to be fair, that last half is really strong. I turned to friend of the pod, Josiah, halfway through the film, and I said, "This is so boring." And then it got to the end fight scene, and I turned to him and I was like, "I take it back. This is pretty cool."
It's quite good, but yeah, it is saved by the final third. But yeah, you're right. The pacing is odd because it starts off slow, and then the bit in when they're underground is quite interesting, where they're all fighting each other. But again, that's in the first third, and then that middle section is slow. Is slow. And then you're right, it does, as soon as Bucky ties them up and then gets that phone call from Mel, it's almost like they instantly go, okay,
we're a team, we're a family, right, okay, yeah, we all love Bob. Really? Do you? Like...
So I think the comedy was good. Red Guardian is funny.
I agree with that. Unlike other recent Marvel projects, I did actually quite enjoy the humor.
But I think it's because stuff like Thor: Love and Thunder is trying to be a comedy. It's trying to be wacky and odd, and it just doesn't work for a Thor movie. Whereas this isn't trying to do that. It is being serious.
I would also say that it's not Marvel-style humour. Like, it's not the usual
which is
Marvel
good.
quippiness. It's like Red Guardian, just as a character, is quite, like, over the top. And
And he's funny. Yelena can be quite funny whenever she says something so bluntly, and you're like, hey, that's funny.
But like I said, this film is enjoyable. I did like this film, and that is mainly down to Sentry is really cool, and the way they handle the Void is amazing. And I think we'll probably have to talk about spoilers now.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see what they do with Sentry going forward, because in the comics, you cannot be Sentry without the Void. And so if he is going forward, maybe this is a spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler alert! Let's talk spoilers.
Yeah, we're getting into spoilers now. Let's skip forward. At the end of the film, he is sat there just reading a book, and he goes, "Sorry, you can't be the Sentry without the Void." It's like, it looks like he's unwilling to help, especially when that alarm's going off saying something's entered the atmosphere. How are they going to deal with that? Obviously, I really hope we see that character again, and if we do, he absolutely must become the Sentry again.
Yeah.
So how do they... Are we going to have another moment where the Void takes over and we're all in those rooms?
I reckon it'll be a kind of like he becomes the Sentry and he'll learn to manage the Void. And
well, you can't, like, in the comics, he can't really.
They kind of like...
And the more powerful Sentry gets, the more powerful the Void gets.
Yeah. But that doesn't stop him from being the Sentry in the comics. Like, he's still...
Yeah.
The thing... The film deals with, like, mental health and depression in a very... It's nothing revolutionary. It's, like...
It's very surface level.
It's like a baby's first introduction to depression in film. You know what? I'll commend Thunderbolts for including it.
Yeah.
Like, as a...
It's hard not to with that character, and I think we'd be sat here going, it's very odd that they didn't cross that, because that character is that in the comics. Like Robert, whatever his name is that in the comics?
Reynolds? Robert Reynolds?
You're thinking of Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it was good to include that.
Yeah.
I just think... Yeah, no, and I think it was handled really well, and it was well visualized with all those rooms. Like I thought
the rooms were really good.
Was really cool.
I just hope that when he does eventually become the Sentry again, that we as an audience don't have to sit through the rooms again. You know, it would be a waste of our time. We've seen it. We understand what it is. We don't need to spend 15 minutes in Avengers Doomsday doing that because he's had to become Sentry to help fight Doom, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how they handle that. But a very interesting character. That scene where he's fighting the Thunderbolts and he doesn't even break a sweat.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, that fight scene is really fun.
I really like the fight scene in the cave as well, that you see a bit of in the trailer, where, like, one lady who looks after the government...
Oh, Valentina De Fontaine. Or
when Valentina's, like, pitting them against each other.
Valentina De Fontaine.
I thought that was quite cool.
That was a fun little twist where Yelena was after the Ghost and the Ghost was after Taskmaster. Rest in peace, Taskmaster.
Oh, yeah.
And then Taskmaster was after John Walker and John Walker was after Yelena. That was a fun little twist. I didn't expect that, which was good.
Yeah.
And then obviously Bob comes out of nowhere and they're like, where did you come from?
Hell are you? Yeah.
That was a fun fight scene. But yeah, the scene in the
Avengers Tower.
We finally found out that it was her that bought the Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
I thought everyone was like, oh, it was Reed Richards, it was Kang. It was like, it's not. It's, which is kind of a bit.
But now it's the new Avengers Tower.
Yes.
New Avengers Tower.
That fight scene was really good because we got to see a snippet of Sentry's powers. What we see how strong he is without even trying. So obviously, the Thunderbolts are not a threat to him whatsoever.
But also, I think there's part of him, like, he's being manipulated by Valentina, but there's also part of him that actually doesn't want.
Well, he does say, he's like, why would I kill them? They're not a threat to me.
Yeah.
Which is good, but he does do the, well, if you're going to fight me, I'm going to stop you. But we just see how easy it is for him. I think it was a good showcase of how strong he actually is.
Yeah, yeah. And I really like the visuals of the suit and then subsequent, and the Void.
Saying that, I hated the suit.
Oh, really?
I thought it
To be honest, I think he needs to be bigger. Is my one thing. I think he's...
Like, in the comics, he's got really long hair. He's got really long golden hair. And the suit is, like, metallic. And it still has, like, a fabric quality to it. But this looks like a Halloween costume, I think.
I liked it for him. I just think Sentry needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Is my only thing. Like, he should be, like, Thor levels of Wham. Like, the Sentry... When he's Bob, I get it. But
I'm going to put in a photo of Sentry in the Marvel Rivals game because he looks bad.
Sentry's in Rivals?
Yeah. Oh, not Rivals, sorry. Marvel Snap.
Oh, right.
Marvel
okay.
Snap.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a photo of him in because he looks jacked and his hair's flowing.
Yeah.
He
looks like Superman
as well.
with blonde, long hair. He should be that big.
Let me put that in my notes. Remember to do
but
that.
like I really like the visuals of the Void, like the silhouette and the white, like. I think
the two eyes. That was really good.
That was really good.
And sorry, going off of that, the animation of the CGI of him sending people to the Void.
Oh, brilliant!
Was
the
really
sound
good.
design on that was really good.
I thought that was really good. The way the darkness kind of took over the city and the people just became shadows, like scorch marks almost. It was really
good. With that
good.
little girl, like my cinema audibly went.
Yeah, there was a few moments where they weren't holding back. You can tell this is like a more adult rated movie. Like, they openly kill about 3 children in this film.
Yeah, or send them to the Void. But
we see Yelena shoot one. Oh no, we see the man
shoot
the girl.
Yelena's pal or something.
Yeah, Anya.
Yeah.
We see that the girl instantly goes.
Oh, and in the
after
red room,
saved.
that girl's like the teacher's whipping the rounds.
Yeah, it's darker than most, which is good, I think.
It feels distinct in that way.
It does, and it's good because this is an anti-hero film.
Yeah,
like, this isn't Thor, this isn't Ant-Man, where they are good guys. These are all bad people who have done bad things, but this is the harsh reality of what they went through, I guess, actually. So I'm glad they didn't hold back from that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree. And I think it stands out in that way distinctly, but I was saying to a friend, it's got a very unique visual style as well compared to other Marvel films. It doesn't have this, like, blue screen sheen on it. It feels more grounded, and I know they did a lot of, like, work on actual sets and like
I guess that is because it's more, the threat is more close to home for this one, which felt really nice, because there are so many times in these Marvel films we're dealing with, like, the Doctor Strange and he's in the multiverse and it is just a blue screen overload, and you're a bit like, and nowadays when the CGI is being so bad, it can be it hurt your brain. But this is like, you can tell it's mostly filmed on location or whatever, or you know, on sets.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I think it's good. I need to watch it again to fully collect my thoughts, because I do think I also drifted off for about 10 minutes.
Oh, did you?
In that middle section, honest to God, it was like so...
No, I felt quite good. I walked into the cinema with a Taco Bell burrito, nice. A packet of fizzy fish, and a Mountain Dew.
Results.
I had a lovely time.
Yeah.
My audience were really receptive to it, though. They were laughing out loud.
That's what you want. Like, with
the audience were really enjoying the comedy, which was good. There's a few bits that didn't hit for me from, like, Red Guardian or, like, Valentina, that I just didn't find too funny, but the majority of the film I was laughing, which is good. What did you think of Valentina? She annoys me, which is good, because that's what she's meant to do, and, like, she's a very annoying character. But as a villain, I don't know.
The wrap up at the end, you know, when she walks through the tarpaulin, and all of the press are there. I was like,
well, that's a reference to the comics. It's actually an Avengers comic, but it's got Sentry and
it's the Dark Event. It's Norman Osborn as Iron Man,
and they're all there in front of the press, and I'm like, I get that, but
also.
How does she?
I know exactly what panel you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like she's kind of just pulled that out of it, and I get that's the character. But
I mean, we did hear earlier that she was like, "Get the press here." We did see that set up.
But then they've all just come back from the Void and immediately put the cameras on.
Yeah. It's an odd choice.
Right. Okay. But the end credit scene we should touch on. New Avengers is being headed up by the Thunderbolts. Sam
Yes.
Wilson's opposed to that and has apparently trademarked the Avengers name or something.
Well, I think I agree with him in that aspect because Captain America is the leader of the Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, and in my opinion, the Thunderbolts aren't the Avengers.
No, I think
because they're people.
They should be their own thing.
And
They
super
should
soldier.
also be like the Dark Avengers are a thing. The West Coast Avengers are a thing. There's different factions in the comics, which I'm sure they're
the
going
Young
to
Avengers.
eventually like turn into. We're never getting that film.
Well,
I
I
think.
thought I didn't know whether a film, but I think we'll see a team up of the Young Avengers in like Doomsday or something.
Yeah.
Because we've got like what 6 of them now: Spider-Man, Kate Bishop,
Kamala
Khan, the 2 Wanda's
boys,
kids. What are they called?
Billion.
It's like
Well, Billy was in Agatha.
Yeah, I've still not seen Agatha.
I've
seen the first few
half,
episodes.
yeah.
What are they called? We're
Billion Willie, Billion Eddie, something like that, whatever. Those
Wiccan.
two. Yeah, no,
Wiccan is one of them.
Wiccan and Speed.
Wiccan and Speed.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe I think we'll have like a team up for them. You know, like in Endgame when all the girls.
yeah.
I think it'll be something like that, and
Yeah,
we'll
I
go,
could see
"Oh, that's the Young Avengers."
Yeah.
But yes, so they're in the Avengers Tower, just chilling about. Red Guardian is talking about these tracksuits he got, which I thought was a boring joke.
Yeah.
And then we see an alert coming through.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's just the Fantastic Four ship coming through the atmosphere, coming to Earth, which is. To be honest, I didn't expect to see that, but it's also not new information.
No. Well, the way people were talking about it online, I swear to God, that you'd think it was like the second coming of Christ. Like, these people online are like, this is the best thing since, like, the best end credit scene ever.
I thought it was quite underwhelming, because we know from the Fantastic Four trailers that they're not on Earth. They're in a different timeline.
Earth.
And that they will at some point be coming to Earth.
So this is stuff we know.
Yeah.
Also, they spoil it in the credits that's the end credits scene.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in the credits it says Fantastic Four theme Michael Giacchino, and me and Josiah were like, "Oh, I don't think that was in the film." And we were
I
like,
didn't see that. I was on my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, so like we yeah, it was a fine. It was also like the longest end credit scene ever, I think.
It was long.
Which is why I kind of don't like it, because end credit scenes to me are like, fine, I'll do it myself then. You know, like
Very
those
quick.
little Thanos reveals. I thought it might have been like Doom putting his mask down.
Yeah, or
you know,
something.
like something along those lines, like a little Doom tease.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had it. That'll be the Fantastic Four one. Like the Fantastic
It'll be
Four.
because we've
credit scene
seen
will be
Robert
on it.
on set, but haven't we? There's
Yeah,
a photo of
yeah,
Robert on
but-
set. I think he might have a slightly larger part.
But the end credit scene of Fantastic Four will be Doom.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. But this end credit scene does kind of spoil for like the casual viewer. Like, if you go into Fantastic Four, oh, they're in a different world, but wait, Galactus is coming. I can almost guarantee Galactus is gonna like destroy Fantastic Four's Earth, and Fantastic Four are gonna be like, oh my god, right, we need to go get help.
This is the thing. If you've seen the trailers and you have a slight inclination to the Marvel world, you know that they will be going to our universe at one point.
Because there's no way they can like beat Galactus.
They're not going to be able to beat Galactus by themselves. Or maybe they do defeat Galactus and it's actually Doom that destroys their universe. Who knows? It could be a mixture of things. But we know that their planet that they're on is going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And they're going to leave and find help. Almost like when Bruce falls back down to Earth in Infinity War and goes, Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
And they then start assembling people.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be it.
It's
Yeah,
going to be
that'll
that. They're going to land down and they're going to go, Galactus is coming here.
Yeah.
Doom is coming here.
But what's the one after Fantastic Four? Is it just Doomsday?
Doomsday comes out in about a year, so there must be another one. Upcoming Marvel movies.
I think it is.
Oh, it is Doomsday.
So we get Fantastic Four on July 25th, and then Avengers Doomsday on May 1st.
May 1st, 2026. So that's just under a year later.
I tell you, it's baffling that we had 10 years worth of build-up to Infinity War.
Yeah.
And let's be real, we're going to have a movie leading up to Doomsday.
It's
really.
odd, and especially because they started filming Doomsday about a week ago.
Yeah.
They announced it. The Russo brothers posted on their Instagram saying day one, which means they're gonna have to film, edit,
VFX, everything
within a year, which does not give me hope.
No.
But it's back in the hands of the Russo brothers,
which have done really good work since the Avengers. Everybody loves the Grey Man.
The Grey Man,
Electric State,
The Devil All the Time, Electric State. Oh god,
brilliant films.
But their work outside of the MCU is debatable. But in the MCU,
they've killed it.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
They know what they're
really
doing.
good.
They are comic book nerds. They know what's going on. So I kind of trust them with it. I'm glad it's them. But a year seems tight to me.
A year seems tight, and year's a lot of. What are they going to put out in that time to like help us get hyped, or is it literally going to be Fantastic Four coming? Doom's on his way a year later.
Well, the thing is, bear in mind, it is probably 2 parts. Like it's Doomsday, Secret Wars.
Secret Wars is a year later as well.
Yeah.
It just annoys me that we've had like everybody's talking about the MCU being back, and it's nothing like back is like means we're going returning to a previous state. Like, and there is no way that we are returning to the same level of hype or anything as we were beforehand. You can bring back Ian McKellen, you can bring back Patrick Stewart, but we had Thanos like appearing in Guardians. We had Thanos appearing at the end of Age of Ultron. Was it like we've had so many Thanos teasers for him to come and be a fully fledged character? It was like, oh my god. We're not returning back to that state. You can't get back to that state at this point. You'd need another 10 years.
So we've got 10 years. We got Ironheart, which premieres on June 24th.
Yeah, well, that's not going to have anything to do with Doomsday, is it? It's got Anthony Ramos.
So that comes out. It's got Anthony Ramos. Then Fantastic Four.
I reckon Ironheart will be delayed because we haven't had a trailer for that.
Eyes of Wakanda is an animated series. Marvel Zombies is an animated series. Wonder Man series.
Oh yeah.
Apparently December 2025. And then Doomsday. So yeah, there's no real project that's going to help us build to it. 'Cause Ironheart is going to be a street level.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's
going to be a street level.
Or maybe the trailer. I don't know if I saw a trailer at D23 or if it was. I don't know if there's an official trailer out.
I don't think so. There was a.
I've seen a trailer for it, and it's just her building a suit and fighting Anthony Ramos.
Right. Okay.
But Mephisto might be in it. You remember when Mephisto was like all the rage? Like,
everyone was like, WandaVision is Mephisto.
Oh my god, everybody's obsessed with Mephisto. Mephisto's just like the devil. Like I do not think Mephisto is that interesting of a Marvel villain. Like
he's very powerful, and he's like, and then when everyone thought as well that like in Spider-Man No Way Home they were like Mephisto.
Oh yeah,
he's selling his soul to Mephisto. Oh god.
Yeah, no. The current state of the MCU is the same as it has been for the past 2 years. It's just now we have Doomsday to look forward to.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I
don't know. I'm struggling with the X-Men cameos because I'm like I really like those films and I think they should have just stayed in their time. And I think they brought Hugh Jackman back for Deadpool and Wolverine. All power to you. That was fine. I don't think anybody is asking for the return of Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
I mean, I'm going to be excited to see them because I love those characters. But yeah, I agree. I think what they're doing is they're banking on bringing all these people back and people seeing these characters in the movie and going, oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Because I love Pardon me. I love Magneto. Pardon me. I love Magneto. I love Professor X. I love Logan. And they're hoping people confuse that. Yeah. They confuse that and go, oh, it's a good movie.
That's what people did with Deadpool and Wolverine. I think Deadpool and Wolverine is still a good movie.
Well, it's a good movie.
But you watch it on rewatch and it is like, yeah, you are kind of banking on like,
yeah,
holy fuck, it's Blade.
It's bloody. But yeah, so Thunderbolts, decent movie, better than we've seen recently, but again, nowhere near top 10.
No.
I'd say.
No. And I think if you haven't seen Thunderbolts, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But don't go in expecting it to change your life. It's perfectly fine. And you know what? That's good. That is like, that's good. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah. It's a step in the right direction.
It's not trying to, reinvent the wheel.
No.
So yeah, I think on the lead up to Doomsday, it could have done with maybe a few more films fleshing out this new team, this new group dynamic before introducing a new big bad. Because like Civil War, we had Civil War and they had them falling apart, and then we had a few films like re-establishing the Guardians and all that crap. Like there was a team dynamic there going into the big finale. There was conflict and there was resolution in the finale. With this, it feels like it will just be a group of people that have no connection to each other, who don't know anything about each other, going up against a villain that they haven't set up. Which is a shame, because it feels like there's not enough setup for a big payoff.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully Doomsday is done well. But actually another thing is that because there are no movies post Fantastic Four, it means they might have everyone at their disposal for nearly a year to just merely focus on Doomsday. Obviously everyone does outside projects from the MCU, that's fine. But it means no one else is having to go and film another bad MCU movie before Doomsday. So maybe that's something to
I think it'll be good. Like, there's no doubt that it'll make, hundreds and millions.
It'll cross a billion.
They'll do stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about that. But I just think what the MCU could have been post Endgame, and
it's a pipe dream now, isn't it?
It is. Give it like 30 years when they reboot the Marvel in the cinematic universe, and then maybe we'll talk.
Either way, let us know what you thought of the Thunderbolts, if you enjoyed it and whatnot. But now we're going to play a little game called 5 Degrees of Separation Movie Edition.
Yeah. No. 5 Degrees of Separation Thunderbolts Movie Edition.
Sorry. 5 Degrees of Separation Thunderbolts Movie Edition.
Asterisk.
Asterisk. So, we're going to start off with a member of the Thunderbolts, the actor or the actress, and we're going to randomly say another actor from any part of the world, any movie actor, and we have to connect those actors within 5 movies.
It can be less than 5.
It can be less than 5, of course, but 5 is the maximum.
Right.
So, let's give it a go, shall we? Should we start with Florence Pugh?
Florence Pugh, and I'm going to say Meryl Streep.
Okay. Are we working together or against each other?
Let's work together.
Okay.
We can easily do this together.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh was in...
Here we go. Florence Pugh is in Lady Macbeth. She's in Little Women. She's in...
Dune 2.
Dune Part 2. That's
Maybe
quite a good one.
Let's go with that. Should we go with that?
Well, I think we got to...
Hang on, is Christopher Walken in any films with Meryl Streep?
God, I don't know. Meryl Streep is in Hope Springs with Tommy Lee Jones. Into the Woods, Mamma Mia. Oh, it's there. We've done it. Florence Pugh is in Dune Part 2 with Stellan Skarsgård, who is in Mamma Mia with Meryl Streep.
Done. Yeah, 1 degree of separation. That's good.
Nice, baby.
Easy.
Should we get a random actor generator?
Yeah, okay.
Just so we're not like...
We'll do... let's go with David Harbour.
Oh, God.
Which will be hard. 2...
Robert Downey Jr. Ben Affleck.
Okay. Does it have to be movies?
Yes.
Oh, God, right, okay. David Harbour is in Hellboy.
Yeah, who else
that's
is in
about
Hellboy?
it. David... Does he play Santa Claus in something?
In Violent Night.
Yeah, who else is in that? I haven't a clue. David Harbour is in Thunderbolts with...
Can we use the Thunderbolts movie? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, so... Who do we say? Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is in Good Will Hunting. He's in Batman v Superman, Justice League. He's in The Town, Argo.
Wait. Okay. David Harbour is in Thunderbolts with Florence Pugh. That's 1 degree, is it?
Yes.
Florence Pugh is in Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson is in Avengers Endgame with Brie Larson. Brie Larson is in Captain Marvel with Jude Law. Law is in The Talented Mr. Ripley with Matt Damon, and Matt Damon's in... No.
That was good, though. That's a good... Let's go backwards. Ben Affleck is...
I just want to know who else is in Hellboy or Violent Night.
No, Jeremy Renner is in The Town with Ben Affleck.
Alright, then.
So it would just... Then Jeremy Renner to...
Scarlett Johansson to Florence Pugh to David Harbour.
There we go.
Okay.
Sebastian Stan.
Jason Statham. Sebastian Stan to Jason Statham. Right.
Ooh. So Sebastian Stan is in, obviously, all the Avengers. Let's try and not use those. He's also in The Apprentice.
He's in Fresh.
A different The Devil All the Time.
But Jason Statham is in The Megalodon.
The Meg and The Meg 2, The Trench. He's in The Devil All the Time with Bill Skarsgård, Tom Holland.
I'm trying to figure out who else is in The Megalodon. Or The Beekeeper. I've only seen like 3 Jason Statham movies.
You've seen more than... He's in like The Expendables.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. So Sebastian Stan is in... Daisy May Jones from Common People, Normal People?
No, that's... What's the one he did with Lily James? That's a series, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't we just use...
So Jason Statham... can't speak. Jason Statham is in like The Expendables with Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
Is Sylvester
Sebastian
Stallone?
Stan.
Oh! Is there a Sylvester Stallone to Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah,
in Creed
1. Creed to Michael B.
Chadwick
Jordan
Boseman.
And Chadwick Boseman and then Chadwick Boseman to Endgame.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
God, Marvel people make it quite easy.
They really do, don't they? What about the lad who plays Sentry?
I don't know what else he's in.
He's in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, is he?
2.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Is he in Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah, that's essentially the first degree of separate. Sean Connery. Okay, so he's in Top Gun Maverick with Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Sean
Val
Connery.
Kilmer, Tom Cruise.
Has he been in any films with Harrison Ford?
Oh, because you're thinking Indiana Jones.
I'm thinking Indy. The Rock.
Can we go to Kihei Kwan at some point?
Key is in Tom Cruise. Oh, isn't Michelle Yeoh a Bond girl? Yeah, no, but they don't cross over in films.
No. I don't know enough films from Sean Connery or the guy you're on.
So the guy who plays Sentry is in Top Gun Maverick with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is also in Mission Impossible with, I've done it, Simon Pegg.
Who's in
Star Wars
Run.
and Star Wars The Force Awakens as Unkar Plutt.
Yes.
Harrison Ford's in that film. Harrison Ford did The Last Crusade with Sean Connery.
Nice work.
Oh, I'm good.
That was very good.
I'm good. Right, who should we do one
Final
more?
one.
Final one.
Let's do...
Is Wyatt Russell.
I don't know what else he's in either.
I know he's in that monster... He's in that Godzilla series with his dad, I think.
Okay, no. Who else is there?
Ghost.
I don't know what she's in. What other members of the Thunderbolts are there?
That's it. Taskmaster.
Maybe we're done.
The lady who plays Taskmaster is in Quantum of Solace with Daniel Craig, and then you go to Knives Out, and then you go to a different Knives Out. Yeah, come on, this game.
To Jake Gyllenhaal.
Piece of piss. Easy, done. Wyatt Russell. Wait, who am I going with? Oh no, the lady who plays Taskmaster is in Quantum of Solace with Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is in Knives Out 1 with Chris Evans. Chris Evans is in Deadpool and Wolverine with... Who am I going for, by the way?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Let me do that one more time. Taskmaster is in Quantum of Solace with Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is in Knives Out with Chris Evans. Chris Evans is in Deadpool and Wolverine with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman did Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Very good. Very good. Well...
Boom! I'm not going to lie, I won that. That wasn't a competition, but
well, it's because you kept choosing people that you knew one movie that I didn't know.
I'm winning that.
Okay, we're going to settle this. Right. Let's do two
random actors and see who can get it the quickest. I'll time you.
No, we'll do it at the same time. We'll do it at the same time.
Alright, okay.
And we'll fast forward it.
We'll buzz in.
So we're going Samuel L. Jackson.
This is 5 Degrees of Separation, movie edition.
Decider. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too easy. So is that one. To Rowan Atkinson.
Is it a film?
Yeah.
Done. Bibbidi beep, bibbidi beep, bibbidi beep. Samuel L. Jackson is in Avengers with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman is in Black Panther with Daniel Kaluuya.
Johnny English.
Daniel Kaluuya is in Johnny English Reborn.
That's where I was going as well. I just couldn't find the link. The Marvel makes it too easy.
Marvel does
so smug.
It does. Should we do it without Marvel? This is fun. Let's do one
without
more.
Marvel.
Let's do one more.
Okay. Ian McKellen.
Okay.
Alright, that's just a lot of Marvel, isn't it? Oh, Lord of the Rings, I guess.
Yeah.
To Antonio Banderas. Oh god, here we go.
Oh god.
What else has Ian McKellen done?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of now.
Okay, Ian McKellen.
Oh wait!
Wait, go on.
No.
This is really hard.
This is really
hard. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now.
Okay, go on.
I'm thinking Ian McKellen is in The Hobbit with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch is in The Imitation Game with Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Keira Knightley, I was then going to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why would you do that when you could just go Ian McKellen to Orlando Bloom, who's in
yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Well, if you get to Pirates of the Caribbean, then I was trying to get from Johnny Depp to Antonio Banderas.
I'm trying to get to Johnny Depp to Eddie Murphy.
For Shrek.
Yeah.
I was trying to go to...
Wait, fuck. I think I've done it. No. Wait.
This is really hard.
Anthony Hopkins is in The Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins did it.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it. Oh, wait, do I? So Antonio Banderas is in Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas. Wait,
no, he's
what did
not.
I say? With
with Anthony Hopkins.
With Anthony Hopkins. Oh, no, wait.
Anthony?
No, I've not got it. Oh, Jesus, this is hard. Should we work together?
Yeah.
So, because Antonio Banderas is also in Paddington 3 with like Olivia Colman. And then we're sure... God.
I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know. Is there a 5 degrees of separation?
I really don't know. My brain's stopped working now.
Ian McKellen is
There has to be. There has to be.
Ian McKellen is in Lord of the Rings with, I think Orlando Bloom's the link. I think it's got to be the link. Sean Astin, no. Elijah Wood.
Vigo.
Wait, Antonio Banderas. I've done it. 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 Oh my God, I've done it. Right, Ian McKellen is in... Oh, come on. Is in... I literally had it. Is in Lord of the Rings with... not Sean Bean. Is with Antonio... It was like Night at the Museum.
Elijah? No.
Elijah...
Oh, maybe
that was it. That was it. Yeah, no. So I've got it. Ian McKellen is in Lord of the Rings with Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood voices Mumble in Happy Feet. Happy Feet's dad is played by Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is in Night at the Museum 3 with Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller did Tower Heist with Eddie Murphy. Oh, that's 6. That's 6.
He's not got it.
No.
Okay,
God,
we keep
Jesus
thinking.
Christ. No, but that was it. That was it.
We've not got it.
Ben Stiller's in Tower Heist with Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's in Shrek with Antonio Banderas. God, Jesus Christ. Who voices Kitty Softpaws?
Salma Hayek. See, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is good because that's a stacked cast. You've also got Florence Pugh
and
Olivia Colman.
And
Olivia Colman, Antonio Banderas done a few movies to go. Oh God.
Ian McKellen to Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen to Mahershala Ali.
That's what I was thinking at one point.
Mahershala Ali to... I actually don't know any other films. Ian McKellen to Stephen Fry.
In what?
In Hobbit 3, Hobbit 2.
Stephen Fry is not the way to go.
Ian
There's got to be a way to go from Pirates. Whether it's
Ian
like
McKellen
Bill
to
Nighy.
Orlando Bloom. Wait, Orlando Bloom. Yeah, Ian McKellen to Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom to Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy to Love Actually. Someone in Love Actually that worked with Olivia Colman. Anyone.
Hugh Grant must have.
Colin Firth. Colin Firth must have done something with Olivia Colman.
Or do you go to like... The way I'm thinking at the moment is Orlando Bloom to McKellen to Pirates with Orlando Bloom. And then like Bill Nighy.
Yeah.
To Love Actually. Oh, not Love Actually, sorry, About Time.
Yeah.
With Domhnall Gleeson, which is in Harry Potter. With
Yeah, but that doesn't link to Antonio Banderas like at all.
Yeah, but
You've only
there's
got one
someone
left.
No, you got To Them with a Movie and then To Them with a Movie.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone in Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows, that has a link to Antonio Banderas. Maybe it's impossible. I don't know.
I think we might have screwed it. I was so close with that Hugh Jackman Ben Stiller one.
Without the Marvel, it's hard.
Without the Marvel, it's really hard. I was
Tell you what, we're gonna cut here and we're gonna come back when/if we have an answer.
We were wrong. I was right. 5 degrees of separation. Ian McKellen to Antonio Banderas. Ian McKellen knows Elijah Wood, who did Happy Feet with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman did Night at the Museum 3 with Ben Stiller, who did Tower Heist with Eddie Murphy, who did Shreks with Antonio Banderas.
Thank God for that.
I got it about 10 minutes ago.
That was hurting my brain.
That was honestly...
I can't believe we didn't
hard
catch
work.
on. As soon as you said that was 6, I just believed you.
I didn't really know how the game worked, to be honest, but so... Anyway.
Well, we did it.
We'll do it. So that was it for the Thunderbolts edition of Scene Stealers. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you thought of the film, and let us know if you can think of any really difficult 5 degrees of separation that we could try our hand at.
Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow the pod on the Scene Stealers podcast on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Drop a like if you have the time. And you follow myself on Tobias.Turley on Instagram or Tobias_Turley on TikTok.
And I'm Henry Calvert on G. You'll find me.
You know where he is.
Yeah.
See you next week for a musicals episode.
Yes. See you soon for more stagey goodness.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.